Momentum is on our side. We've 2 stops to go in Pleasant Valley, and we have just arrived at the second to last, the rural store. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Challenges meta series. We are taking on the Nomad Challenge, and we got it figured out. We've have a pretty good system going at this point as far as how to get through each location relatively quickly. I have literally just arrived, which was the case at the beginning of the last episode, where I had just stepped into Signal Hill. And I'm going to try and follow the same model here. We're going to loot everything up that we can find. Same as before. There's plenty of stuff already. I just picked up spray paint. That is not necessary. That's probably getting dropped. People are going to be on my case before too much longer about hating on spray paint so much. I'm not hating on spray paint. I don't hate it. I just don't use it. And it's a little bit over 1.5 pounds, so I just prefer not to. Hey, we got peanut butter. That, my friends, is nectar of the gods, as far as I'm concerned. Lantern fuel, nice. So yeah, we're going to loot this place up. We've got a pretty nice system going for how this works. I doubt there will be as many clothes here. But one thing I also kind of realized, I believe during the last episode, is
I think I can use this.
The order in which we have coincidentally gone through Pleasant Valley's survival locations for this challenge has been nice. Wow. Just wow. Just when I say that there's not going to be any nice clothes here, it'll probably be not as good. We get this, which reinforces the point I was just making, and we get climbing socks. I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm not using any hacks. I'm not using any mods. This is really happening. I don't know why either. I'm so sorry for those of you who don't get this lucky on Voyager difficulty. I'm starting to feel genuinely guilty. As I've been trying to say now, and the game is like interrupting me at every
Nobody needs this anymore.
opportunity. I'm going to wait. I'm going to open this first. Wow. Wow. Again, is just the word, that's like the motto for the series. Wow, Hadrian. That's all we have to say to you. And that's all I have to say to this game. As I was trying to say, we happen to have chosen the order for these locations that we're exploring in Pleasant Valley and that we're surviving in order of most, like least to most bountiful. I suppose that's not completely true because with Skeeter's Ridge, I was thinking about the plane being nearby. That's not at the survival location. It's just close enough. So, you know, there's a slight difference there, but I still kind of count it because by virtue of being there, we're absolutely going to see what the plane might have for us. That being said, I mean, we already have a balaclava. Like it keeps getting better and better. And we're going to go ahead and put on that second pair of long johns that I got, the wool long johns. We're going to put on the second pair of climbing socks. And yeah, see, I'm going to keep the trail boots on. By the way, the ski boots I'm not going to wear. And the reason, if you look at the stats, it's obvious. The ski boots look cool, and they have nice stats as far as how much they protect you, but how much they restrict your movement and how much they weigh. Now that it is possible to up your carrying capacity so much, I can see myself on difficulties that have ski boots spawning. I can see myself using them more often because 8.8 pounds is not as prohibitively heavy. But still, I'm not going to be using those. So I've just put the bedroll down. We're going to do the same thing we've done a few times already. Let's start with just opening the locker and putting away things that we don't need. I'm going to put these energy drinks up. We'll keep the rest of that stuff. Although, do I need that many painkillers? It's arguable I don't. They don't weigh enough really to be a problem. Actually, I'll probably break those down, to tell you the truth. We're going to keep all that food. I don't need that many flares. Don't need that many cans. I said I was going to do that when I left the Signal Hill, and I didn't. Shame on me. Okay, don't need that many of those. Okay. Oh, and I don't need the spray paint, as discussed. Just don't need it. Might use it in playthroughs that are more difficult, but right now we are just going from place to place, and I kind of know where I'm going. I can use charcoal to map, but I generally don't need the spray paint. Okay. Now, clothing-wise, let's take a look at the condition of the items that we are wearing. Good yawn. All right, we're going to harvest these because we don't need them. Now, the nice thing about harvesting is that it can be done in the dark. So, for instance, these massive boots. Let me make sure I'm good on. Yeah, I'm fine. It always hurts a little bit to harvest them just because they're so good in some ways. But again, right now, for our purposes, especially playing on this loot table, we don't need them. We don't need them. Not trying to stutter. I'm just like it's overwhelming how we don't need them. That's a lie. I was trying to stutter. I was making the point. You know what I mean? Harvesting. Harvesting these as well. Did I not harvest these already, or did I pick up a second pair? Or did I harvest the gauntlets by mistake? That would be hilarious. Alright, so it's middle of the night now. Which is perfect, because I'll be able to sleep and then wake up and it'll be the next day. And we can do some additional repairs. Perfect. Okay. So,
I think I need to lay down.
sorting by condition. Yeah, you do need to lay down. But first, you need to eat this peanut butter. We're going to eat our low-condition food. It's going to take away some thirst. But I want to get rid of the stuff that could potentially cause food poisoning. We're going to drink this soda. We're going to drink that soda. We're going to drink this water. And we'll soon... I'm going to go through the houses near here to get some additional... to get some water in my backpack before I go anywhere. I could just make some on a fire, but I mean, when there's this much to be found from toilets and such, there's really no point. All right, so now we're going to sleep for 10 hours straight. And that should be, like what, 0.66, 0.75 of our first day? Yep, 0.7 of our first day. Not bad, if I do say so myself. So, I'm not encumbered with what I'm currently carrying, which is hilarious to me. But before I go too deep into eating stuff again, let me go ahead and look at the condition of the items that I'm wearing, because I do have some new materials with which to repair. Hopefully won't fail too much. Wow, 3 cloth to repair 6% on the new urban parka. Is that even worth it compared to what I could get for repairing other stuff? It's probably not even worth it. I should probably just save the cloth. That's what I'll do. Because at this point, I've already got it mostly repaired. It's fine. I don't need to use 3 cloth. Because I would rather use 3 cloth when the amount of repair I would get on the item was more than 6%. Because that way it's less of a waste. Especially if I fail. Especially if I fail. Should I go ahead and eat sardines just to get it over with before they drop in condition too much farther? Because you can get food poisoning from sardines even when they're in good condition. Sardines are like that in this game anyway. I suppose in real life. But certainly in the long dark you can get food poisoning at unexpected times. So you don't want to do that. Hours to pass time. Very good. Yeah, you know what? Hang on. Let me just drink some water to top that off. It's maybe going to be 0.01 or 0.02 gallons. 0.02, yep. All right, so let's now... Can I sleep? I probably could, but I'd rather pass time. Let's pass time for, say, 10 hours. Because we're pretty much ready to leave this area already. I'll do a little bit of scavenging in the nearby buildings, mainly for water. Love the light passing across the bedroll there. That's awesome. And then we will head to Skeeter's Ridge. The one thing about Skeeter's Ridge being the last location that we visit is it's going to mean a little bit of back and forth. We're going to go to a pretty remote area of the zone and then have to backtrack in this direction where we are now. In the direction that we're about to go to get to Skeeter's Ridge, we're going to have to backtrack along that route to leave. So, you know, that's a little bit annoying, but we'll live. I could go ahead and sleep for 12 hours, I think, and I'm going to try to do that. Let's see about condition of items. I do want to go ahead and eat the crackers there. 37% is not bad for crackers, but I prefer not to push my luck. We're going to drink this not just any grape soda. We're going to drink this not just any grape soda, which is immaculate grammar, by the way. The way that sentence was constructed. And we're going to now sleep. Probably going to wake up as the sun is beginning to rise, maybe? Nope. Barely beginning to rise. Give it another couple seconds and you'll see the very beginning of the sun coming over the horizon there. So I wasn't completely wrong, but still have a while to go. So is there anything else I can harvest? Anything else I can do to pass time? No, I'm literally wearing everything I can. So it's just a matter of passing time until we're done here. So what have we got? 1.4. So we've survived for half the time that we need to here. Let's go ahead and... Oh yeah, I haven't cooked that coffee yet. That's something I should do. I'll do it after I get the water that I need, though. All right, so now we're going to pass time for 12 hours straight. I don't know why I did that, because the one stat that it shows you on this screen where you don't have to back out and check everything is your food. And I totally just backed out to check my stomach, even though it's telling me you have 2246, you're going to burn 750, you're fine. So let's pass time for 12 hours. This will push us into the second day mark. This is good. I like this. It's efficient. You know, we're going from place to place. The challenge that is perhaps to especially experienced players of the Long Dark the most tedious to watch. I don't assume it's tedious for everyone, but for some, you know, I'm just being conscious of that, will be over sooner by using this method. I don't normally pass this much time artificially in the Long Dark, but for the purposes of this challenge, it's exactly what I need to do. I'm going to drink some more sodas. Now, how much time do I have left? 1 day exactly. So let me now... Yeah, thirst is fine. Let's sleep for 8 hours. I'm probably going to get 7. All right, so it's not even midnight, but it's fine. Let's drink. Pass time. So one of the things that's being added in Tales from the Far Territory, rather, that is really exciting. There are a lot of really exciting things. Like we've all been waiting for the mountain lion / cougar for a very long time, and that is being added to the game. So there is going to be a much more dangerous predator coming to the Long Dark this year. But as far as things that maybe weren't as expected or are like really cool additions to the game, they're adding a travois that allows you to drag stuff behind you. So it slows you down considerably, but when you need to move from location to location with a lot of stuff, you can do it much more reliably. So it's like having a kind of a sled of things behind you that you're dragging through the snow. That is I cannot wait for that. And I hope I pronounced that correctly, by the way. I'm fairly certain I am, but I haven't triple checked that. But it's just going to be really cool. Even for higher difficulty runs, once you've been playing for a while, you can actually have a good amount of stuff built up around you. And being able to travel with it in a reasonable way where you're not having to make a bunch of trips back and forth is really good. And yes, I'm going to go ahead and eat that MRE. On a higher difficulty setting, I would save it. I still have some of it there, but you've probably seen by now the evidence for like why I'm not generally very concerned about the loot levels. Okay, so I think this last bit of sleep, yeah, 2.7 days. So 0.7, let me think. It's about 7 hours, which is perfect. That's how much I need to sleep. So, ironically enough, it's 2.7, and the remaining amount of time to finish this location is going to be about 7 hours. All right, and we probably fell just shy of it. Oh no, we just got it. Literally just got it. Perfect. All right, pick up. So, +1 for Hadrian head math. And I'm going to light the lantern one more time before I leave and just make sure I didn't overlook anything on my way in. See? Painkillers. This is why we do this. Okay, and now I'm going to step across. We're going to start heading towards Skeeter's Ridge. That's great, actually. We still have 8 minutes in this episode. Oh, I have not checked these. I don't need to have this lantern out, do I? Let's not do that again.
This'll come in handy.
This is not funny. This is just this is sad at this point. Just the amount of amazing loot that the Long Dark is showering upon me. It's like the game itself is a benevolent entity going, "Welcome back, Hadrian. I missed you. Record more videos of me." I'm tempted to make a Titanic reference right now, but I won't. Okay, there's some more scrap metal. Don't need it anymore. I've got my crampons, but... Did I open the visors in the last car? I actually can't remember if I did. Yes, I did. I can see them. They're down. Perfect. All right, so now let's cross. No wolves, thankfully. And we are headed over to Thompson's Crossing. I still am in love with this new addition to the Long Dark's, to Pleasant Valley's just lootable area. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite things. Pleasant Valley has always been an unpleasant zone. These changes, when this story chapter dropped and they added stuff that happened in Pleasant Valley that required them to change the landscape a bit and add some additional facilities, when they added this, Pleasant Valley, as much as I know it's a channel meme to hate on Pleasant Valley, and Pleasant Valley can be really annoying, but Pleasant Valley is not as low on my list as it used to be now that it is such a well-developed zone. And that's been the case for a long time now. All right, so we did just get encumbered a little bit. First stop, let's poke our heads. What was that? Yep, knew I saw that. There we go, toilet water. And it's not the only toilet water we're going to grab.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
That's because you can't, Jennifer. We're going to load up on everything we can find here. There's some more wool socks. Probably just going to break those down momentarily. There's some leather shoes. See, here we go. I'm just leaving those. I'm just leaving them. We've reached that point. We've got such good gear. I haven't even looked at that Mackinac jacket yet. To be completely honest, I know the Mackinac jacket is one of the best items in the game, so I might be able to replace one of the items that I'm wearing with it. We'll have to do a close comparison. But even that, at this point, it's like I didn't have to pick that up. I've got stuff that is protecting me very, very well. That quality toolkit, don't need it. You know, saw it, don't need it. Check these cabinets. I can't recall if there are cabinets behind, because there's a cabinet here, so it makes sense that there'd be a cabinet here. So tell you what, let's go ahead. This is one of the fun things about the newer areas in the Long Dark that have been added. I know it's getting darker as I do this. Yep, there's a cabinet. They have just made scavenging certain locations more interesting than it used to be, and I really enjoy it. All right, there's that. Backpack. Oh, I see some more condensed milk, I think. Oh no, that looked like a condensed milk icon, but it's not. I don't know why I thought it was. Kind of looked like it from the side, you know? Oh, hey. Trunk. Nothing in it. Summit soda. Wool scarf. Plastic container. Crunchy stuff. Can opener. Don't need it. Again, same kind of principle. I'm grabbing a bunch of things, but we're going to be going through... I might walk around at a somewhat slower rate while I'm carrying everything that I find in this area, and then as I leave the area and proceed toward Skeeter's Ridge. There is a voice in the back of my mind going, you really don't even need to be doing this, Hadrian, but I'm open to the possibility that I might find something even cooler than some of the stuff I've already found, which I suppose, yes, is a little greedy, but I also want to top off my food stores as much as possible in case of any unexpected issues. And being completely honest about that, that's more of just like a best practices thing, like setting a good example, showing the right way to play the game. I don't actually anticipate that it's genuinely necessary. Again, that's what I'm saying. Like, what I'm doing right now, I could go ahead and go straight to Skeeter's Ridge. And if I pushed right now, I could maybe even make it before the end of the episode. But I think that it's worth just modeling the more appropriate survival behavior, especially since people might be playing the game for the first time on lower difficulty. We all started on Voyager or Stalker. If we're really good at survival games, we might have started on Voyager Stalker. I tend to recommend, and I still recommend, that people don't start on Interloper. I guess I'll take the fish and cook it. Because Interloper is the best for when you start on a lower difficulty and then master it and then can step up to Interloper and make the game feel fresh again because it's so hard. So most of us started on Voyager or Stalker, and it's good to kind of show the ropes in a proper way and not just be like so efficient with everything I do that I skip over useful information and strategies that I would normally follow in situations where I wasn't trying to beat the simplest challenge on the list, you know? So, that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what I picked up. I did pick up that. Is there a fire barrel in here? I don't think there is. Oh, there's a fireplace, though. Yeah, I'll step over here. That, can we talk? Why is that glowing? Why is it glowing? I need to know. There's no light in here. Why is the deer head staring at me? It's creepy. Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop. I'm sorry. It weirds me out. All right. I did pick up some additional accelerant, but I have been using a lot of accelerant. So let's do a vanilla fire start. Let's do it right. You know, we don't have to speed run every single fire start, and we certainly won't be later in the meta series at all. Like once we get up to the most difficult challenges, even to whiteout, you know, there'll be more of a sense of tension, which I'm looking forward to. Doesn't mean I'm not enjoying this, by the way. I'm enjoying this greatly. I really am. All right, so let's go ahead and put that down. We're going to cook the gamey lake whitefish. And I suppose, since I'm here and I've got all that water now, I may as well start cooking some of the coffee that I found. So what I'm generally doing here is I'm putting coffee on the fire to cook. I'm passing time, which is also passing time on the fish. So this next coffee that I make, there we go, fish is ready. So we're going to eat that. And now I can make coffee in both. Although, how much water do I have? That's the thing about when you really start going ham on cooking things. Yeah, I only have 0.3 gallons of water. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and melt some additional snow there. We're going to add fuel to the fire, specifically reclaimed wood, because I picked up a ton of reclaimed wood breaking stuff down. That should give us enough time to do what we need to do here. Now let's go ahead and go back to what we were doing. I picked up, I think, a couple of tins of coffee. So I want to cook through all of these and get the cooking skill as a result. Oh, no. So I just picked up the 1 tin of coffee. Perfect. So let's go ahead and pick that up. 29 minutes until melted. Okay, this is going to work. That's fine. We'll pass time until that's ready. I've got an hour till it's boiled. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, I got the potable water. Now, before I end this episode, let's take a look at that Mackinac jacket, shall we? We've got, what do we got? 2 hours on the fire. Let's pick up the cooking pot. We're going to go ahead and repair. We are going to go ahead and repair the Mackinac jacket. There we go. And now let's see if that's an improvement over anything. Holy actual crap. It's better than the parka. It's heavier than... Well, actually, it's not. Because once I wear it, it should be lighter on me, I believe. So I no longer need the urban parka. Let's harvest that up. That's why the Mackinac jacket's such a valuable item. And I should have known that, but, you know. I don't assume, as I mentioned, I believe, last episode, I don't assume that all of my knowledge of the Long Dark is just, like, perfectly intact after a couple of years of not regularly producing content for it. So there will be some holes, and I'll occasionally need to remind myself of some gameplay basics. But that's fun. We get to learn again. Nice. All right, so now I'm just going to sleep for about 5 hours. And that will be the point at which I end this episode. And the next one, we will go ahead and head directly for Skeeter's Ridge, which is the final location in Pleasant Valley that we need to visit. And then we'll make up our minds on the fly with the next place we need to go. I have an idea, but we'll cross that bridge in actual commentary when we come to it. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. You're creepy. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.